Hello, and welcome to my urban garden. Happy New Year, and I'm really excited to bring you this seed haul. I have purchased some seeds from Botanical Interest that will be a mix between a second succession of my winter crops and some of the seeds that I'll be planting to get ready for spring. First, let's start with the second succession of my winter crops. First, I'll start with Bell Star broccoli. This broccoli is for growers in higher zones because it's less prone to bolting. I'll also be growing. That comes in handy in higher zones where you may have some unseasonably warm winter days. I'll be planting another round of carrots, but I'm going to try this little finger variety. It sounds like it could be a really good novel idea. Sugar snap peas is a pretty popular vegetable here in my household, and it looks like I'm just going to need a lot more. There are 4 people, and this is a household favorite, so I'm going to put another round into the ground. Last but not least, some kohlrabi. I saw a Yellow Door Urban Homestead make some kohlrabi fries, and they look so interesting. So I just thought that this purple variety would be a fun and novel idea. Now let's move on to the spring garden. I'm going to really be focusing a lot on flowers this year to bring in those beneficial insects to help to decrease the amount of pest pressure. So first, of course, the giant zinnia. These are such a gorgeous pollinator attractor for butterflies and bees, but also it makes a really beautiful cut flower. These giant head zinnias last a pretty long time in a vase. So I'm going to be planting this flower out. Of course, sunflowers. Now, sunflowers, anyone who lives in an area with a lot of clay soil knows how great it is to have a sunflower because that next season, it really seems to break up a lot of that clay soil. So I got a really interesting looking sunflower this year. The Goldie Honey Bear sunflower, I like the way it adds a lot of vertical visual interest. And I really just love the way this looks. But I'm going to also replant some more dwarfing sunflower varieties. I like to put them on the edges of my garden beds because it really does bring a lot of really great beneficial insects. And they serve as a pretty good trap crop as well. So if you get the big sunflowers for your pollinator patch and then the smaller sunflowers as a trap crop at the edge of your raised beds, I think you might see the benefit of having both in your garden. Adding to a sunflower that's not really a sunflower is the Mexican sunflower. This is native to this area, and what I like about it is it takes very little maintenance, and when you add it to your pollinator patch, it tends to attract certain beneficial wasps and assassin bugs that can help you to control your pest problem. Also, when you chop and drop Mexican sunflower at the end of the season, not only is it a very easy self-seeder, but so it can come back again, but it also provides a lot of phosphorus in your soil. So much like borage, chopping and dropping this crop or just letting it freeze, die back during a freeze, it can really be beneficial to your soil in the long run. So consider a Mexican sunflower. For more vertical visual interest, I'm also going to be growing the Mammoth Sweet Pea blend. Also for fragrance, these are such a really nice cut flower in a vase, and it adds so much really great natural fragrance to your home, and the bees just love it. I have a seed starting station out in my garage. It's made with an old construction workers table that I found from like the city municipal dump. And we kind of just refreshed and refurbished it. We added a couple grow lights and some heat mats. And that's where I germinate quite a few of my seeds. I mature them in our greenhouse. This is the Harbor Freight greenhouse. We've made a couple of improvements to it. And we just use that to mature the seeds as we're hardening them off, bringing them back and forth from in and out of the greenhouse. So I just wish you the best of luck this seed starting season. And I hope that you have really exciting and fun seed hauls. Make sure you're connecting with people in your community so that you guys can exchange seeds, save a little bit of money, and make a couple of friends. And remember, in my urban garden, there's always room to grow.